this is task 1.50. So in this task, you're gonna learn how to copy sidewall direction, and then pasting sidewall direction, and then basically attaching one building to another, or one building to its neighbor. Okay, so let's go to the actual task. Okay, so this is the actual task. So this will be the start of the task, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this part here, because this will be the neighbor part. Actually, that's kind of wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna draw this part. So if it drags, Control Z, U, Control Q. Okay, and then you press 3. Okay, and then you look for the vector that you want. Okay, so that's clear that the vector is there, or 3 again. Let's kind of move it here. Okay, when you set that, press 3 and then press 3 and escape to cancel everything. Control Q, and then I'll set another vector. Okay, so that is the wall for that one. So since I want to copy this one to here, I'll press 3 and then I press this and I'll press 6. So it's gonna copy this to that. So first I'm gonna make this one and then I'm gonna copy it. And then the next thing that I'll do is, since it's clearly part of this one, I'm gonna go U. Okay. Okay, so it will attach itself into this house. Okay, so that's it. Basically, that is the task. So that is how you attach one building to another using Brother technique. Press U. Okay, make use of the tools that we have. The trace height, U tool. Okay. This one. Okay, so that is task 1.50. So the last tasks that the last videos that I'm gonna do is task 140, 141, and 142. So all of this actually basically is repair work. Okay, so in our project we have lots of repair work. Actually, most of our projects are going to be repair work. So there are pre-drawn buildings pre-drawn by the system, and we have to fix them all. We have to look for mistakes and basically fix everything that is drawn wrong by the system. Okay, so first off, most important thing that you have to do here is some rotation, some repair tool, Z tool, X tool, and all of that stuff could be used here. Okay, so let's get to the actual task. Okay, so this is task 140. Okay, so for this task 140, it's clear that of course this is part of the boundary, so that doesn't really mean anything. Okay, so in this part of the roof is missing, so you have to drag it. You have two choices actually. You have to drag it or you use Z tool. Okay, that would depend to you. Okay, so this you have to use square tool, or this Z tool would be best here. For example, on this one, you have to rotate it. So control left arrow or right arrow. Okay, E. So when doing this, you have to be like aware of everything, every shortcut that you'll do, everything that needs to be fixed in the task. E. So if you are aware, you will be so much faster in repairing stuff. Of course, the more you work, the more you'll get good. For example, on this one, you have two choices. One choice is put a point in there and drag, or the other option is X. So whichever is easier for you. Okay, and then for this part, this is actually part of the building. So what would I do is put a point and drag, or X, and then I would like drag it. Okay, so still the same. Whatever the output is, it's still the same. Okay, this. Okay, or I could like use this H F. Okay, so that, and then 4. That is also acceptable since it's like it's kind of a commercial building. Okay, this part here, although it's green, it's really part of the house, so be careful with that. What gave it away is the small notch here. So house usually doesn't have those. House, this cars. Of course, you don't draw cars. Okay, so you have to fix that one. Here, there's a missing building. So that is one of the most okay, so that's ground. So if you could rotate control left or control right depending on the position of the house. Okay, and then this part here, actually there's a lot of fixing needed here. So basically that's it. That's fixing the task. You need to be aware of your shortcuts, your X, your Z. Some houses like this one. Okay, let's move to the other task so that we could have like more examples. Okay, for one, there's a lot of ground drawn on this one. So if you get tasks, just delete grounds. I'm gonna look for a better. Okay, 442. So 442 is like very good for example of fixing tasks, because sometimes the system doesn't really draw the work very well. So for example on this one, so what would I do is right angle tool. This is fairly complicated kind of house. So okay, and then that, and then I'm gonna draw this part right here. So F, S, something like that, and then I'm gonna merge V. See? And then I could also do that here, G, and then I'm gonna merge V. Okay, so that is one way of fixing things, wherein you draw the extra parts that are missing. If you can't use Z or X, in that case circles, so of course you can't use X or Z because it's a circle. So you have to draw the rectangle, the arc part, and then group. And then on this part, there's missing parts here, also missing parts here. So the good thing is those missing parts can be drawn like separate, yeah, just like that, and then V, right? And then missing parts here, it could be drawn using Z. So on that part, Z was useful. Okay, so try to use all of the shortcuts that are available to you. Of course, this is residential, so no need to cut it here too. That's it. Okay, on this part, it's, you could like, if you use right angle tool, it will come up really wrong. So sometimes what I would do is I'll put it here, and then right angle tool, and then V. Okay, and then I'll just drag this. See, it's fixed. So whatever you do, you could fix it by dragging, adding a point, adjusting a point, adding a part, merging. So all of these tools you have to memorize. It will actually come naturally. So that is how you do repair work. Okay, so those are tasks 140 to 142.